King Amaziah decided he didn't have enough soldiers to go to war against Edom. So he hired some mercenaries out of Israel. Now he was the king of Judah. It says he hired also 100,000 mighty men of valor out of Israel for 100 talents of silver. 2 Chronicles 25 and verse 6. But there came a man of God to him, saying, O king, let not the army of Israel go with thee, for the Lord is not with Israel, to wit, with all the children of Ephraim. But if thou wilt go, do it, be strong for the battle. God shall make thee fall before the enemy, for God hath power to help and to cast down. So Amaziah is presumptuous in assuming that he needs more help, and so he just makes a plan and goes and hires these mercenaries. But this man of God, this prophet, comes to him and says, don't do that. God's not with Israel. If you go, he has, and you take all these troops with you, God has the power to cast you down. But God also has the power to help you. And he can give you the victory in battle, or he can cast you down in battle. You don't need more troops. What you need, Amaziah, is you need God. And so Amaziah says, okay, well, I'll dismiss these troops. They're not going to be happy, and they're not. But he says, and the logical question, of course, comes, what about the money? These men have already been paid. And so verse 9 says, and Amaziah said to the man of God, what shall we do for the 100 talents which I have given to the army of Israel? This is the answer. This is what we want to look at this morning and think about and remember. And the man of God answered, the Lord is able to give thee much more than this. I love that. When you ask the question, what about the money? What you need to do is ask the question, what about God? God owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Money is not an object for God. Money is an object for us. But for Amaziah, he sees this as a great loss. The man of God says, God, what you need is God. You need God's help in the battle. You need God's help in your treasury. You need God's help in your life. And that is the reason that we, as we look through Scripture, we just see this over and over and over again. God is a great giver. John the Baptist was questioned about his ministry, and in chapter 3 of John, verse 27, John the Baptist answered and said, a man can receive nothing except to be given him from heaven. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, the Apostle Paul asks some questions. Verse 7, he says, for who maketh thee to differ from another, and what hast thou that thou didst not receive? What a great question. What do you have that you didn't receive? John the Baptist is pointing that out. Everything that a man has, he must receive it from God. Not just money, but position and job and wife and everything that's in your life. You've got to receive from God. James chapter 1 and verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. And of course, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Listen, let's learn this lesson from Amaziah, even if you've messed up, even if you spent money on something that is just wasted. God is able to give you much more than that. God is the one who takes care of us. He is Jehovah Jireh. He is the provider. It's not important that you and I come up with all of these elaborate plans like Amaziah did. What's important is that we seek the Lord and that we trust him. Well, what's important is that we realize that when it comes to victory or loss, God is the one who's able to either give us the victory or to cast us down. What we desperately need is to be on God's side. What we desperately need is to be led by God. And when we're led by God, we can trust him to provide for the things that we need. I just want to encourage you in that this morning. God can take care of your needs, and he has given the most important gift that you could ever receive, the gift of his Son, Jesus Christ, because he loves us. God bless you. Have a great day.